Hey YouTubers, it's Wally here. Okay, this is my update for July 18th. I believe today's Tuesday. And I'm actually going to do a quick video, show what's going on, and then I'm going to actually harvest some stuff, so I'm going to do the video before I do that. But I put down some cucumbers. These are the bush cucumbers. They're coming out pretty good. Here's some growth to them. And then over here the corn is getting bigger. All the ones that you notice are like this big. I think these are like 2 weeks ahead of the little ones because the birds went and stole all my little corn seeds again. But I just went ahead and replanted them. So they're actually coming out now. And I got some cantaloupe here, which is actually starting off. I think this is like maybe a week and a half. And my pineapple's still going. And the strawberries are doing good. All the leaves are getting way bigger. So it's actually filling out the bed now, which is really good because those were only, I think, I remember correctly, there was only 3 plants in there, 3 or 4 plants. And then this is my squash plant that's going nuts. Got one going over here. I've taken off over a dozen already. This is pretty good. It's my hand. They get pretty big. And then got the little cherry peppers. This is my rosemary. The cherry peppers are plentiful. A whole bunch in there. And then there's more over there. Looks like there's another strawberry bed being swallowed. And Chinese celery. The corn is doing good. I got 2 corns coming out on this stalk. And they've already put out the tassels. Got more coming in. And this is all, like I was saying, all from one seed. They actually grew right there, coming out of one. Oh, it's coming out nice though. And then all the other, I had the sweet red corn on this one too, around the edges, but the birds didn't take to. But the squash plant is just overtaking my garden, which is great though. I'll let it go. I'll load up my tomato plants in there already. The carrots are getting, leaf parts are getting bigger. And my tomatoes, a whole bunch of tomatoes in there. Now turning red. Like I said, they're getting kind of swallowed up in there. I got some nice mohawk peppers. That little plant's doing good. We got a couple on this one. It's pretty big. See it? Garlic still hanging in there. There's one of the other mohawk peppers being swallowed by my squash plants too. They're growing all over. There's more cherry peppers. And there's one more squash here. A nice big sided one. And we got one more going to be starting over there, and then one more starting over here. And just keep giving off, but the plant is huge. A wall of green. And my eggplants are doing real good. I got another one. I've already harvested a few off of them. We got one more starting here, a lot more starting. And this is the Wailua hot pepper. The beets, after I took out that zucchini plant, all these beet plants are just taking off now. Doing really good. We got more eggplants starting in there. One nice one coming right here. But yeah, the eggplants are doing really good. My banana peppers are growing. Got little peppers all over. I'm actually cutting back on the watering because I think I was watering too much. So they're getting all wilty. And the chard is actually going to be coming out today. I'm going to harvest all this. I'll put another one of those hog wire trellises up here, and then I'm going to do more cucumbers. And the Gretel eggplant is doing good. I took off a whole bunch of them already. And the Purple Beauty, I harvested off there, but there's another one coming right there. And this Mohawk, if I remember correctly, there's a lot of peppers in there. That one turning orange. And we got some down here. And I got all the chards coming up. And this tomato plant, this is they call it the BWN. See if I can focus in on that. I don't think so. BWN 21. That's the UH variety. They're supposed to be like medium-sized tomatoes, but they're growing pretty good. Got flowers all over. I've also been taking off the suckers as they come on so that I can replant them, save me from having to go pay money to go buy another plant for my next growing season, or I should say the next growing when they come out. And this California Wonder plant's still doing okay. All the other ones, they kind of bit the dust, but I went and just trimmed them down to see what happens. And they're coming out a lot nicer too now. Let me see them back there. This one got one going here, another one here, and one in there. So that's not good. Great. All the way up to here now, which is maybe about 4 inches from my goal, right here. This one is the Green Thompson. And then the Fushimi peppers, they're doing really good. They're growing in there. There's little peppers on them. Now some in little peppers. These are the sweet variety. Yeah, ever since I cut back on the watering, everything's been doing a lot better. And this tomato plant, if you look from my last video, this has gotten huge. All the way up here. So it's got lots of clusters. Lots of tomato clusters on here. It looks like I had 3 plants going, but actually this is all from one. Which is great. I let off three of them just grow up. Now they're pulling off the other. There's another one starting here, which I might just stake up in front of this and have 4 going. But the clusters come out pretty thick and pretty nice. So there's one cluster right there. Let's see. Yeah, I think that was off for that one. Kale is doing good. They've been eating off of this too. But that's probably going to be coming out pretty soon too. The strawberry pot's doing good, the hanging one. And then the ones on the top, they're getting bigger. Actually putting out strawberries now, which is really nice. That's what I was looking for. Eating strawberries off of this one. I love how the strawberries hang down off of this. This is they say it's supposed to be a red pear, but they look more like tumbling toms. Tumbling toms, if you ask me, because they come out round. They're not pear shaped. I took off quite a few clusters already. They're like all over the place in this thing. And the collards are going to be coming out pretty soon too. And they've gotten way big. There. And these tomatoes are doing really good. You see the yellow, and they're starting to turn. They're going to be turning red pretty soon. There's a nice cluster right here. One more starting up here. I've been taking this, like I said, taking the suckers off of all of these plants. I basically grew these just so that I can actually take the suckers off of them. We got some tomatoes in there. And the habaneros are doing really good. I actually pulled one off, which was so hot. It was crazy. I never grew habaneros, but they're coming out real nice. You can see one turning orange again over there, or yellowish orange. And this one got some good cluster, or two. Then we got one here, and then one up here. So this one's doing good. Plant's looking a little yellowy, but I think that's all from my overwatering. And then the calla peppers, to the medium bell peppers, turning red now. Pepper need to be taken off pretty soon. But this is one that was shedding all its leaves because I overwatered. But I see all the leaves coming back now. They're doing pretty good. So I'll just stick with that new watering routine, which I'm basically watering like maybe every 3 days now. But the pots I've actually just kind of top them off. Top them off maybe every other day. There's tomato plant. Little baby tomato in there. You see it? Well, it's got all the new clusters up here with the blooms. Stevia. These banana peppers, like I said, when they were overwatering, now they're just kind of coming back now. They're dropping all their peppers, but they're coming back. So starting to grow back again. I still got some couple good sized ones in there. And over there. But yeah, all the tops are growing, all the little ones again. Oh, see how that goes. Carrots, still going. There's that Big Daddy hybrid. Having problems, I think it was because of overwatering too. But I want to trim them down like I did the California Wonders. I mean, it's got enough new leaves again, so let's see what happens. Live and learn. And then this is the hot lemon pepper. It's got some on there. Like there's a few on there. This one's doing really good. And this one is the great stuff bell pepper. There's one right there. I don't know if you can see it. This thing even focusing. And then this one's putting off a lot of new blooms. But it's doing okay. Yep. And then I'm getting back into the groove here. I put some wax beans in the shade here. They're starting off. And then this one, eggplant, I trimmed it back because it was just getting totally too big. And then now it's putting on all these blooms again. All these blooms. One more here. And this one here. All over here. Fertilization there. No pollination. That one starting here. So this plant has given off so many eggplants already. It's crazy. This one I trimmed this one back a little bit. Got some white ones going. This one, a very pretty one I'll be taking off pretty soon. And these will be coming out with these. And then this is my little makeshift greenhouse. I went in the calla peppers. I couldn't find them anywhere. So what I did was I went and took one of the peppers that was already ripe and took the seeds out, dried them up for a few days, and then I went ahead and planted them in this little egg carton. So we'll see if they're going to germinate or not. And then we got here 4 Sumters, which I don't know. This has been almost 4 days, and it's still not coming up. So I think the seeds may be too old already because that was from last season. So I'm going to have to go pick up some more. It's another Hawaiian chili pepper. I'm going to try and get big again. These are good for the chili pepper water. And then these are the suckers. These ones are maybe about 2 weeks now. Let me pull that. Not doing it in the circulation system, but I was putting them in the ground. Oh, not in the ground. into the little pots, and then from there it just firmed itself back up again. So we'll see how that works for a little while, but I was doing these too. These are maybe, I think, 4 or 5 days, but they're perking up again. So, because they were all droopy the other day, but they're starting to perk up now. I got them behind this screen to keep the harsh sun off of them when the sun comes around to this side. And then the fanfare cucumbers, and then also there's some strawberries. They actually came off of the crowns that were the runners. So these are the daughters off of the plant in the hanging pot. And this is Auntie Virgie's ginger, which I thought was gonna just be doomed, but then for some reason it just started growing. It took a while, but it just started going. So we'll see how that one comes out. And these are the seeds I'm drying out from the squash. So see how those germinate later on. And then these are some more peas I got going on this side. But yeah, I think this video went a little longer than I thought it was going to go. But that's my update before I go and start taking stuff out, which is the chard and the collard greens. Because over here I'm actually going to make up trellis and then put those fanfare cucumbers in. But okay? Alright, y'all, take care. Sorry it took so long. Have a good one. Bye-bye.